What's up, guys? Welcome back to Big Yogi'Z Garage. Today I got Jeremy Gunn. What's up, Jeremy?
How you doing today?
Good, man. How you doing? I known Jeremy since like my Oakdale elementary days. We played football together. I remember that your dad was a coach and stuff like that. And so I want to have you on because I seen that you have like this Northwest Ohio Bass Club and you do some music and some coaching. So I want to talk to you a little bit. So tell me a little bit about the Bass Club.
Well, the Bass Club, I kind of started up in 2012 because there was nothing like it in our area.
Mm-hmm.
And when we started out just as bank anglers, there was like 4 or 6 of us. We usually get 4 or 5 of us in an event, but there was a total of 6 of us in the club.
Mm-hmm.
And we just started fishing like Pearson Park, Maumee Bay State Park, local ponds, you know what I mean? Competing against each other for like $5-10.
Oh, okay.
And then eventually I got a boat and I decided to really promote it and invite boats and kayaks and bank anglers, everybody into it. And I kind of based it right out of Maumee Bay State Park and did everything out there.
Mm.
Excuse me.
It's all good. By the way, we're drinking. We're cheers. We're drinking some beers and we're gonna have a nice conversation.
Yeah, so I started inviting guys with boats and kayaks and stuff, and I bumped our numbers up from, you know what I mean, from like 4 to 6 of us to like 8-10 of us. And then over the last probably 4 or 5 years, we've kind of gained traction. Now we got like 10 to 15 of us. Mm-hmm. And we fish all over. We fish Finley Reservoir, number 2, Nettle Lake, East Harbor State Park, Long Lake up in Hillsdale County, Michigan. Mm-hmm. We fish for a few bucks, bragging rights basically is what it is. But we are looking to affiliate to either the BASS or the Bass Federation next year. Mm-hmm. And it's just basically what that'll do is give our club insurance, so it protects all of our boaters and everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If something bad forbid was to happen. Yeah. And then on top of that, you can qualify for their bigger events. Oh, so like, you know, if you was the place in the top 3 in our club, it would qualify you for a bigger event, and you could go fish for, you know what I mean, like $50,000.
Yeah. Almost like a point system type deal.
Exactly.
And then you could be a part of their group.
Yeah, exactly.
To get like kind of how like the flag football, we have our local flag football here. Yes. But it's also a big part of like the United States flag football.
Yeah,
league.
Yeah.
So yeah, something sort of like that.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out which is going to be the best fit for us in the future.
And how did fishing become a passion? Was it something since you were little, or what? How did that come about?
Brother, I've been fishing as long as I could walk.
Yeah. Like
my dad, my uncles, my stepdad, my great grandpa. Mm-hmm. Everybody, these guys are all outdoorsmen, and you know, they hunt, they fish, they were gatherers, hunters and gatherers is what my family was, and it was put into me as a real little guy. Like I said, I couldn't have been 4 or 5 the first time I fell out of a boat, and I fell in, and it happened so fast that my dad grabbed me and got me out of the water. It happened so fast that my dad's buddy asked if I even got wet. Because I was in and out of the water so fast. Yeah. Dad freaked out. But I mean, I've loved fishing. I just love being outdoors. I mean, the smells you can get, good smells, bad smells, I enjoy them. You know, I mean, if you happen to walk past a little deer turd pile, whatever, it just reminds me of outdoors.
Okay. Yeah, you're more about the nature, outdoors. You're a hunter. You like hunter. That you know, all that stuff reminds me when I was younger. Like my stepdad, Dito's dad. I don't know if you know my brother Dito. My brother Dito's dad used to take me when I was younger. His name is Everardo, but they call him Pito. And he used to take me fishing when he used to love fishing, bro. He used to take me out to like Bono, I think. You know where that
Bono,
Bones,
Ohio,
yeah, that Bono. Like there's like a little fishing pot over there, and like Turtle
Creek. Yep.
Like he used to take me to that, and I was little, and he would be out there fishing, and I really didn't never got the passion for it, but he would take me all the time. He would take his son, and he would take my little brother Ricky and me and all that.
Some of the best memories you can make is out fishing.
I remember that. I remember one time I even like caught like his skin right here. I was like, I threw the thing like that, and he was standing behind me, and I hooked him right here or some shit with a hook. My stepdad.
I got a story. My mother was probably about 8 months, maybe 8.5 months pregnant with me, like ready to burst.
Mm-hmm.
And she went on a fishing trip with my dad. And my dad was fishing what we call a jerk bait, which is about like a 5.5, 6 inch, like kind of like a stick bait. Mm-hmm. And it's got 3 sets of treble hooks on it. And my dad reached back and went to cast, and he hooked my mom right here.
Holy shit.
Right here, and it was dangling from her face.
Yeah.
The whole time on the way to the
Because you hear about that stuff, but most people think it doesn't happen, but it really does happen. If you don't pay attention, you can hook somebody really easy.
Lord bless me so far. I've been lucky.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That kind of stuff when I was younger, that kind of imprints like so much cool stuff in my brain. You know, my friend CJ, you know CJ Jones?
Yeah.
Calvin Jones.
We fish the river a lot.
Oh, he loves fishing because his dad was a fisherman, and he like imprinted that in his. I mean, CJ loves fishing too, but I'm sure that it had to do a lot from his dad showing him, and that kind of stuff breeds on. Do you have kids? Do you show your kids?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got a 11-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old daughter, and my 9-year-old gets mad every time I go fishing without her.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, man, I hear it. First thing I walk into you went fishing? Yeah, actually, the first thing is Daddy, let me smell your fingers? I don't know why. She likes to smell the fish.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she'll smell my fingers, and she'll get mad because she didn't go.
So she knows, like, when you went fishing, you're like, oh, hell no, that's crazy. Yeah, that kind of stuff is beautiful, man, because you're basically giving her like a tradition or something so she can pass on to her kids.
Absolutely.
And that's pretty cool because she's a girl. I didn't know, like, most girls aren't into it too much, are they?
Yeah, my oldest never was really into it up until last year in our kids fishing derby that the club hosted. Mm-hmm. That she started to want to fish. Like after that, you know, like, Daddy, can I go with you this weekend? Mm-hmm. So I'll take her with me, and we don't always catch fish, but we try.
Yeah, for sure, because it's not all about just catching the fish, right? It's about just having like almost like a peaceful moment with nature.
Absolutely. That's my favorite thing. Just get out of your head for a minute.
Yeah, watch the sun. Like you can like hang out, like just like get like a kind of like a meditation almost.
Oh yeah, sunrises. I make sure. Every tournament that I'm out on, we get out on the water, and I make sure I watch that sunrise. It lasts about 7 to 11 minutes, and I probably take every minute I can watching it.
And it's really healthy too. They said that in the morning it's good to go see like the sun, not stare at the sun, but get them rays in your eyes. Yeah, it's really good for like your body, your metabolism, and all that. There's a Dr. Huberman on a podcast that I listen to. He's always talking about in the morning you need to get natural light. You need to go outside. Even like in our everyday life, we need to go outside and not stare at the sun, but get them rays. And he said not through glass, not through your windows. Go outside and get those rays for a few minutes and it gives you like some kind of waking up process inside your body.
Never heard that, but I believe it.
Yeah, because if you look at the sun in the morning, you can almost feel like a refreshing. I'm not saying stare at it. I'm just get them rays.
Right.
And you know what I was gonna ask you too. Like a few years ago, I seen you making like some videos online about you were making these like bait things or something. What was that about?
Yeah, absolutely. I started a company, Catch 'em Custom Lures.
Mm-hmm. And, lures. That's what they're called, lures.
Yeah, lures. And I tie my own jigs, which is basically it's just a little lead head jig with a hook molded into the lead. Mm-hmm. And I'll tie like silicone or living rubber skirts onto them and wire tie them and sell them. Excuse me. I also paint, airbrush my own lures as well.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So so that you have like a little online store or something, or you just sell them to your friends?
I used to own the .com, and I kind of let it go because I got most of my work from Facebook.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's easier to handle it that way, and then I ain't got to worry about the website money.
yeah. I got a website for my cleaning company. No, it's not. It's worthless, really. I don't know if some people might get on there, but usually my most of my business is through Facebook or through like recommendations.
Word of mouth.
Or somebody sees a video of me cleaning something, because I always make videos of me cleaning stuff. They might see that, and then they might get that idea to. I just believe that if you make videos of everything you do, like me, when I clean, I make videos of clean. When I do this podcast, I make TikToks about things, and I promote it, because I want to, when someone asks Jeremy, I want to say, hey, when someone asks you, Jeremy, do you know someone that has a cleaning company? I want you to think Yogi, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
That's why I want you. That's why I always make these videos about stuff. I want to promote it, because nobody else is promoting me. I got to promote myself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really important. So, about the fishing, is there how do you get in it? How does the people like hear?
Well,
Like, let's say somebody's interested and they want to get a hold of you, and
I use Facebook, my basic email, and we also use Instagram now. We don't have a lot of followers, but it's Northwest Ohio Bass Club on IG. Hit us up. You can find out all the information. I'm sure we got our schedule posted. We do angler spotlights. We also do sponsorship spotlights for our sponsors. And which we're just starting to get into our sponsorships this year, which is pretty cool. And but yeah, basically I started reaching out to everybody. Like, I put our schedule in Bass Pro Shops. Bass Pro Shops is in there, and we've gotten a couple guys from there, but nobody that stayed with us throughout the years.
Yeah, and then how about if some people think that, like, because remember there was that scandal where these guys were putting like weights inside their fish and stuff.
Oh man, that's
so like, what are you guys doing something to make sure that kind of stuff doesn't happen at your tournament, or how does it, like, tell me a little bit about that scandal thing?
It really puts a bug up.
Maybe let's talk about what it was, just in case nobody's heard.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
people.
So in the past, I think it was 6 months.
Yeah, like 6 months ago, I remember seeing
in the past 6 months this happened. There was two anglers that fished the Lake Erie Walleye Trail that were busted shoving lead weights inside these fish.
Yeah.
Which basically they were shoving like a quarter ounce to a half ounce, a quarter pound to a half pound weight down the throat, and then shoving a fish fillet down the throat to hold the weight in to make these fish weigh more than they were. And what happened was there was like two boats before them. There was a couple guys that had some really nice walleye. They weighed them in, and they weighed them in, whatever, da-da-da. Well, when these two came up, they had smaller looking fish, and their fish outweighed these guys by like 3-4 pounds. Not one fish at a time, but I mean overall, you know what I mean? You're talking like 3-4 pounds on fish that were I easily seen smaller. Yeah, these guys got busted shoving weights. What they did was they cut the bellies right there. They cut the bellies right there and pulled these egg weights, these half-pound weights out of these walleye, and they busted these guys.
And a fish fillet from McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy. So it does affect me like a lot. We're on a major honor system, but if something seems obvious, if I see a 3.5 pound bass and it weighs 4+, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pull my pocket knife out and I'm gonna cut into that fish. And if it's an honest fish, then it's an honest fish. We'll just fillet it and somebody will eat it in the club. But if it's for some freaked out reason that was to happen again, I would ban that person, and not only that, I would press charges against them.
Yeah, because that's what happened. They ended up, those guys, they come to find out that they've been winning all kinds of tournaments for years. So I think one of them had restaurants, and they've created a big name for themselves. And the theory is that they've been cheating for years doing this.
And there's no way to tell now. There's no way to tell. But on top of that story, the one of the two guys, him and his son just got busted passing fake $100 bills at a bowling alley.
Holy shit! So they just keep getting in more trouble.
Same dude, same false information stuff.
So them kind of people are just like, you don't even want them around.
Yeah, they're using that movie money because you can buy movie money now. You can buy like $10,000 for like $30.
Oh yeah.
And it'll come in like, you know what I mean, $100 bill, $1,000 wraps.
It looks real as hell.
Yeah, it looks real, except it says made for movies.
Yeah, it says like motion picture
use only or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So if none of that stuff's probably gonna happen again because all that big, But something like that happens, you said you're gonna ban them. You're gonna take measures.
Oh, obviously, I'll ban them. I'll prosecute to the full extent we can.
Yeah, because you don't want that in your club. Because then
what do they call it? It's like embezzlement by fraud or something.
Yeah, it's almost like
something like that.
Yeah, it's something like just how if I clean someone's house, and they don't want to pay me, I can go downtown and press charges for like theft of service.
Yeah,
it's just some crazy stuff like that. People don't know that. Some people say, "Oh yeah, I just won't pay you." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, don't pay me. One person one time didn't want to send me a check for cleaning their house or something. This is a long time ago. It was like $120, and I told the lady, I said that's fine because I looked it up. Like, what can I do if someone really doesn't pay me? Because I was like, what is my right? So I looked it up and it said theft of service. Tell the person that you're going to call down. It was in Sylvania. So I just called her. I said, madam, if you don't, pay me for my service, I clean your whole house, then I'm going to call the Sylvania Police Department and tell them that I want to make a police report you for theft of service. And then she sent me the check in 2 days later because nobody wants that problem. Because most people think, I just won't pay them for this service because some people are really nitpicky,
Oh yeah.
But they don't understand that there's a process to everything. If somebody cheats at your tournament, you got to just take steps because you can't tarnish all the other people. Let's say there's 30 people. You can't let one guy ruin it for all the other 29 people,
Yeah.
That's what happens in most places. It's always one person that ruins it for everybody.
Yep.
Anywhere you go. They'll be like, you'll see like, why did they change? You'll go to a restaurant. Why did they change this? Oh, because, Bobby did this. And now they had to change the whole process because some kid messed it all up for everybody. Person. So I want to talk to you. You do some coaching for Wade, or is that something new that you've been doing it for a while?
Yes, no. I used to coach my own flag football team in our local flag football league.
Yeah.
And I ran our club or team for about 5-6 years. We averaged probably about just over 500.
Yeah.
We won a couple championships.
What was the name of them?
Well, we started off as the Doers Red Devils.
Okay.
Or no, we Red Raiders.
Oh, okay.
And then I started the Blue Devils because they wouldn't let a couple of my buddies on that team. So I started another team.
Yeah.
And we started the Blue Devils, and we ran, and we was pretty good. We competed for championships every season and every session tournament we was in. We just could never win one.
Yeah. But it's not all about winning though, bro. Like I played a bunch of flag football. I've won a couple championships, but I've won like 2 championships,
right.
And I've lost like 3 championships, and I've been in like a whole bunch of playoffs. But to me, it's about building a team. It's about having fun.
Yeah.
It's about doing something besides just like sitting at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about whatever your record was. Like, who cares?
Yeah. So I did that for a few years, and then this past year, a mentor of mine, you may know him. I'm sure you do. Aaron Peacock.
Oh yeah.
Aaron used to.
I want to have him on here one day.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
He used to mentor me growing up, you know what I mean, playing basketball and stuff, because that was his thing. And I'd always learn from him and stuff, and I learned my Euro step from him, matter of fact.
Okay.
And so he started coaching, and I've noticed, even since back when I was in high school, there's just been a different atmosphere with the whole football program at Wade, and it hasn't been the same in years. And we're just trying to restore that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not necessarily a winning program, but a positive program to uplift, you know what I mean, these boys and let them know, you know what I mean? Like, hey, this can open doors for you.
Yeah.
Even if you don't go Division 1, you could still, you know what I mean, go to school too for half the price it actually costs to go to school.
Yeah.
Because of a sport.
Absolutely. And then that gives, like you said, you would just give them like it comes a winning mindset comes from that.
Yes.
Like you said, because like most people don't expect to win the whole championship every year at weight. You know what I mean? But you can. It's possible. You can do it. You just got to have the mindset. It all comes from here. Like if you can get them kids to actually like invest that you guys can win, they can win the our league and isn't who's the best, Scott or something, or I don't know who's.
I don't remember who won this
Scott.
past year.
I think Scott.
I think it was Scott.
I think, but we can win. We can win the whole thing. I'm sure they've won plenty of times.
Yeah, we want to win. We want to win bad. Ideally, we want to try to make a run at state and take district title. I mean, that's the ultimate goal we want to have for these kids is to go one step farther, one more rep. You know what I mean? Each day.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good little.
That's Coach Peacock's.
Yeah,
and like it's just one of them things. Like we want to help these kids not just become boys. You know what I mean? We want them to become hardworking young men.
Yeah.
And through the discipline of football, penalties, coaches making you run. You know what I mean? Time set on the bench. You know what I mean? All these things are meant to teach kids.
Yes, sir.
It's to deal with the real life. I don't think anything taught me more than the real life than my baseball coaches at weight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was no hassle. You know what I mean? If I missed a day, I wasn't able to start that week.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember me, I was a little bit of a goofball in high school. So, you know what I mean? There was a couple of days I may have been over at Central Hot Dog during sixth period.
Yeah, but you guys were always in sports, man. You played baseball, football, all that stuff.
I played baseball, football, soccer, and I even boxed for a few years.
Yeah, you've always been to sports. I remember that. I almost forgot that you played baseball and all that. But now that you just brought baseball up, I'm like, man, yeah, because you guys were always Howie too. Howie was your brother.
Yeah,
he was always into sports. He's still like into like.
Oh yeah, he's reffing now.
He's a trainer too and stuff.
He's
like
a personal trainer and he referee. He's a physical therapist, a personal trainer, and he's a college referee.
Yeah, and he right now he's doing some crazy. He's taking the players' footballs, like the quarterbacks around here, and he's like prepping them and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's dope.
Because when that ball starts to get wet, that ball has no grip like it had before.
Oh, okay.
So with prepping a ball, you can get close to the same grip. You know what I mean during the weather.
Yeah,
and that's what he's
doing.
So
so that's why he does that. I was always wondering why he was doing that. I mean, I knew there was like a wear and tear, like kind of how people do their gloves, like for baseball and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't know exactly, like, I didn't know that it was for the weather.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, yeah, you guys were always into sports and always into, so what do you coach? What part of the football team?
Well, I'm going to be the freshman coach this year, and I'm also going to be working with our defensive backs.
Okay.
And something that was pretty cool this year was Coach Peacock got us signed up for the Glacier Clinic up in Novi, Michigan, right outside of Detroit. And we got to go meet Jim Nolan, the Ohio State defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I got to meet the defensive backs coach for Michigan. Okay. I mean, I think I took a class from Findlay University of Findlay, however they do theirs. Their quarterbacks coach. We got to take a bunch of classes and stuff, and that was pretty cool. I've never done nothing like that, so it was eye-opening for me.
That's a good experience to listen to, like, what people like in the higher, like.
Yeah.
Like what they're like, you know what I mean? Like what they talk about. I don't even know. That would be cool I would love to experience something like that.
Well, you think you know a lot of football till you go talk to somebody like that.
Yeah, we probably don't know nothing compared to them people.
We've forgotten more than we know.
Of course. I know, but it's good to step in and at least help because not everyone has the time to go and coach and stuff. So I thank you, man. Because like to me, like I would love to coach, and I talked to Justin Barrett a little bit about because he coaches and stuff. So I messaged him a few times, and then I said I would love to coach. He said he could get me in the door, and I'm sure I know a lot of people that could probably get in the door, but how? Because I work like I wake up so early, I work out, and then I have this cleaning business that is nonstop, and I clean all day till 3 o'clock, and then I go and pick up my dad and clean rental properties. I just couldn't. Like if you when you like this business that I'm in, I wish I would have started like a sell something business, because like a service business, it's cool. There's money and it's awesome, but guess what? You got to go do the service.
Oh yeah.
I got to go clean all those toilets and bathrooms and showers. I can't just like okay, like send a package. If I sold, like say I sold these waters, I can just send them in the mail to you. A service job is a pain, bro. You gotta be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I recommend if anybody ever wants to start a business, think about it, because if you're gonna start this business, you're gonna be doing it forever, and it's gonna be something. If you want it to last, it's gonna be something you're gonna be doing until one day when you can step away and let it run with employees. But it's hard for a cleaning business to let it run with employees, because people are inside of a house, like a personal house with people's properties. Imagine two strangers in your house. You got to have like a good rapport, and I can't just keep sending a whole bunch of different strangers to your house, Jeremy, because you'll be like, hey, you'll be like, Yogi, come on, man, every 2 weeks you send in a whole new person. Like, you got to have good people to come, because I mean, I clean like higher end houses. There's people that have important jewelry and memorabilia, and you don't want nothing to get stolen or lost or broken. So it's really important. I forgot what we were talking about. I started the coaching stuff. I started rambling on about things,
cheers.
man. Yeah, cheers, man. Thank you very much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for asking me.
Yeah, I wanted everybody to come on and feel comfortable to just have a conversation with me. Like, I don't want it to be where it's like you got to have this grand old idea of we got to change the world, or no. I want people like you to promote your Northwest Ohio Bass Club. I want you to promote your coaching. I want you just talk about your music. Tell me a little. I want you to promote your music. Tell me a little bit about your music.
All right, so on the music tip, I've been doing it since 1999, straight out like in the middle of high school. Mm-hmm. We started recording with Acid 4.0 Sonic Foundry on our computers and a simple computer mic. And then eventually we started buying studio mics and buying mixers and buying the bigger, better programs and moving our way up. And my brother, Alan Bollock Horton, he basically owns our studio. He's bought everything and whatever. He owns our studio. Mm-hmm. And he's our main act, our main artist. Okay. And he's with him. We've opened up for him everybody from like Tech Nine, Too Short, Bone Thugs.
Damn, I didn't know that.
I mean, all kinds of people. Lil White. Matter of fact, he's got a song with Lil White. Mm-hmm. And but we've been doing it for so long. It's like, to me, ain't nothing new, but when I play older music to people, they've never heard it. Yeah. So, like, we went out to Indianapolis. I don't remember if it was last year or year before. We went out there, and we opened up for Jeremy Gunn. I don't know if you've heard of him yet or not.
No, I haven't.
Jeremy Gunn, and we did a concert at the Emerson Theater. And I asked Alan, I said, hey, man, you want to do this old song we got? You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, let's do that. So we went out there. I do this old song. I perform. We get off stage. And as we're getting off stage, like, everybody's, like, fist pounding. Like, I'm like, okay, what's this? Mm-hmm. We get over to the merch table. We get a little rush of people over. And these people are asking me for my music. And I'm like, my brother's the artist. Yeah. And they're like, no, we want your music. I'm like, bro, that song I performed was 15 years old. And they're like, oh, that song is dope. Your flow, this and that. So we added them on Facebook. You know what I mean? Added them on IG, all that stuff. And that was cool. And we get to walking around the next day, and we had the weekend out there. We rented a room for the weekend, and it was just me, my wife, and my best friend Alan. And we're walking around downtown Indianapolis, where we got us a beer in one hand and some smoke in the other.
Yeah, it's nice there too. It's really nice in Indianapolis.
And we're walking around downtown, and of all these people that live in Indianapolis, who do we bump into but a couple of these people we seen the night before?
Oh, yeah.
So we start taking pictures with them and BSing with them and stuff. And it was like totally cool. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, but our next big thing we got going on right now is Bollock's gonna be performing at Main Street Bar and Grill.
Okay, yeah.
March 18th, Saturday, March 18th.
On the east side of Toledo, Main Street.
Yep, on East Toledo. And he's gonna perform. I believe we got 419 Boys opening up for him. With I'm gonna also do a song probably on his set. But I think he's got like a half-hour set that night. It's a big festival they're doing in memory of Sick With It. One of the he passed away a couple years ago, and we're just trying to help remember his name for his kids' sake and stuff.
Is this somebody from around here too?
Yeah. I think his name was Jamie Robinson, but he went by Sick With It. Was his
like his
name.
his. So how did so this kind of music that you guys are that are into? Because I grew up like rap and stuff. Are you guys is it considered rap, hip hop, or like what kind of like? Is it like rock?
I would say
rock
we're
rap. It's like almost
we're a subgenre of rap and rock.
Yeah. I get that feel when I listen to it. Like I get that like rock.
Yeah, I would say we're a subgenre of rap and rock. If you would talk about like myself and Bollock, we got a lot of old school rock influence with a lot of old school hip hop influence, and it kind of like blends together to become this product that we don't really have a name for.
No, that's why
we don't know where to put it. Like I told him probably about a month and a half ago. We were going over some of his new catalog, and I'm like, bro, this is kind of like pop-ish. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you're making kind of mainstream hip-hop right here.
Okay.
And it's something he's never done, but it's not like radio hip-hop.
Yeah.
It's just...
It got that feel to it.
It's just a hip-hop that everybody should be able to feel. There's no reason, like... I shared a song to you earlier, In My City.
Man, that song is dope.
And it's like, we can't get paid for that song because of the royalties on the chorus.
Yeah.
But it's like, I shared that this morning with, I think it had 399 views. Now it's pushing 700.
Damn.
I tagged a few people, and all of a sudden it's bumping. Like, people like that song.
That's a good ass song. You made that whole song, like you?
No, not In the City. That was Bollock. Bollock made the whole thing. Looney Big G did that.
Okay.
The one you heard that I was involved with was called Love Kills.
Yeah.
By CNN Mikey and featuring C5th.
Oh, okay, yeah.
C5th made the beat. I was the executive producer on the track. I paid for the studio time. I paid for the beat. I paid for the artists to perform their lyrics and stuff. So I own everything to do with it because I'm putting out a project of my own, which is going to be called Fully Loaded. And the idea of it is just basically I'm reaching out to all of my acquaintances, friendships, how you want to put it in the music industry. Some of them that I'm a fan of. And I'm like, if I'm listening to your music, I want to hear more of it. Why not pay you a few bucks and have something to do with it?
Yeah.
Because I feel, I don't want to say I can do what they've done better than them, but I just want to help them spread their name a little more. Cause like CNN Mikey, like the kid, he's straight pop, hip hop, and he's new age. He's a young cat.
He's really good, huh?
Oh man, he's really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, check him out, CNN Mikey on YouTube, and he's awesome. He just moved out to California. I believe he signed a management and a record label now, finally. And he did all this in like 14 months.
Yeah.
So the kid's hungry. And it's just like, with my album, got him on it. I got 6 Digits from Toledo on it. I got D-Boy, Love Jones, J Biz. I'm getting what's his name? Of course, I'm drawing a blank right now. JD Brasi. That's
okay.
Well, I always he changed his name like 8 times, so it's hard to remember.
Of course, yeah.
But he's from Wavy Inc. They got a lot of music. They're with White Music, Lil White. I'm sure you've heard of Lil White.
I've heard of that.
3 6 Mafia and all them.
Yeah.
They're not signed to them, but they're heavily affiliated with them.
Okay.
And Lil White tries to help them guys anytime he can, just like he tries to help Bollock anytime he can. And so we just trying to make music that we like, so that hopefully maybe you like.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So this whole thing, when you guys started the music, you guys did it more just like a passion. It wasn't like, oh, let's get famous, let's become like this big, like, I mean, everybody wants to, but like, it's more of a something from the inside, right? Because did you rap and you make music, or you just produce it?
I do rap.
A little bit of both.
Rap. Yeah, I do a little bit of that. I produce beats. I do mostly behind the music, behind the scenes stuff. Like, I do most of the promotion. I do some graphic design. I do a lot of collabs with people, getting, you know what I mean, getting so and so and so and so, and let's get these guys to do one project together, and then let's help promote the crap out of that.
Damn. So how could I get a song for my podcast, like an original? How does that happen?
Ooh. I never thought of that, but yeah, that would be cool. I mean,
because I want to do a song, but I want to kind of like give the idea. I don't want it to be like exactly me, but I want it to be like a song where it's like almost like a redemption story kind of deal. Almost like, because I went to prison and I got out, I started my own business. Now I'm on my journey to start this podcast, to, work out, to be, so I want something like, I don't want I don't want it to be about any of that, but I want it to be like one of those, like, where a song like comes in, like, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, I made it. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like I made it, but I feel like I'm working on making something from my life.
Yeah, I mean, it would be as simple as like get in touch with us, and we would have to kick our producer a few bucks, get him started on the music end of it, and you know what I mean, get us like 20 bars of music, and then put together like 16. and then the 8, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And make a little chorus out of it. Like, actually, probably what you would want is just a bridge and a hook.
Yeah.
You would probably just want like,
it has to be something like short.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind like having the whole song made. Right? Like, so then we could have like a little piece for here and a little piece for here, but I could use it for whatever projects I want to have like my podcast associated with one song. Yeah, because a lot of podcasts do that. I listen to Theo Vaughn, and he has a certain song that's associated with his podcast, and it's like a story time, it's like a cool little like country vibe song. But I want mine to be like, I don't want it to be rap, and I don't want it to be like, I want it to be almost like a little rock and roll to it. You know what I mean? Because I want it to be like a redemption story type little like. I don't know. I don't even know what I want. I just try to think.
Nas meets Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah, some crazy.
Something wild like that.
You know, another thing is that I'm not really big into music. You know that?
No?
Mm-mm. I've never been like, my whole life, I've never been a person that was like listening to a lot of music. Like my friend Steve Pert, I don't know if you know him. Dude, he listens to music all day, every day. If we go somewhere, like he sits down, he has like this little thing and he puts it like his little speaker. And he puts it on, we'll be drinking beers, and he'll just be listening to music. He'll be listening to Tupac and Biggie and like all them like old school rappers and stuff. And
music can set the tone.
I know, man. It's just like, I've never been like, I I've never been that good to focus just on music. I like music. I like rap music. I would listen to my favorite rappers are Tupac, Too Short, Biggie. That's it. I never really liked Jay-Z. I never really I never really listened to Nas. Mine was like Too
My
Short.
top 5.
Who's your top 5?
My top.
I like Eminem.
Ooh, yeah. See, I would have to say I'm semi-biased because in the early 2000s we opened up for a bunch of times, and every time we met him, he remembered Gunn Toledo.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, he remembered Gunn because that's my name.
That's your name, yeah.
And then Toledo, Ohio. But Tech Nine.
Tech Nine.
Tech Nine's got to be my favorite.
Okay.
I would say Tupac next.
Yeah.
Probably Nas, Method Man. Man. And I'm gonna go wild and just say, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I never really dug Jay-Z. I wasn't really into
I never
Jay-Z.
really did either.
Who would I put at 5?
Probably Eminem, bro. He's like one of the best, bro.
I would have to, yep. Eminem.
Yeah, Eminem, because Eminem's lyrics, though, like, he just, like, kills it, you know what I mean?
Well, he had a whole generation of kids that nobody remembered. We were all the unremembered kids growing up, and that's what he fed us. You know what I mean? That was for us.
Yeah. Of course, because everybody had, hip hop, and then, but there was a bunch of guys that were like you, grew up in it's not like we grew up in like the nicest freaking neighborhoods. We grew up on the east side of Toledo. We went to Wait. We grew up with like all kinds of different people. It's not like we were just like, because we all was in the hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Because some people might look at you and be like, he likes to hunt. Oh, he's just a white boy. He doesn't listen to rap, right?
Oh, I get it often when.
Of course. That's what I'm saying. But you grew up around all kinds of different people.
I work at Bass Pro Shops, and when I get to talking to my coworkers, and I get to telling them, you know what I mean, like I produce hip hop music. These guys are like
what the hell?
Hit from left field. Like, what? You produce hip hop music?
Yeah, that's.
And then I play a track for them, and they kind of like it.
Yeah.
You know, country boys kind of like the hip hop. Like I said, we're that Lynyrd Skynyrd, Led Zeppelin meets Nas meets Method Man type music.
Yeah, because that's why like Eminem took advantage of that. Like he's like, there's a whole group of kids that aren't getting like fed all this music, and then not only that, but he was so damn good. Like he just like rap about all kinds of shit.
I think he was better freestyling than most people are writing.
Yeah, and then he quit for a long time, but I think he's back right now.
I think I did hear he might be dropping another album.
Yeah, him and Snoop Dogg came out with something. And they're doing a bunch of stuff like that. So what's next for the music? Well, you said you guys are doing a show.
I got an album. Mm-hmm. We're finishing up right now. I got, I think, probably 2 or 3 verses and a hook of myself. Personally, I got to record. And I think like 3 verses from others that need to be done, and my album will be wrapped up. Mm-hmm. And it's going to contain somewhere between 8 and 12 tracks, depending on what makes a cut. March 18th, we're performing downtown, east side Toledo, downtown.
Yeah.
And June 24th, we'll be in Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, June 24th will be in Cincinnati, and we're just looking to spread a little love down there. We looked at our target. How do I want to put this? This is where you're gonna have to edit because I can't think of how.
Like your target, like audience.
Our demographic, our target demographic, and most of our demographic, like, comes from the Cincinnati area.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we've spent a couple months trying to get a hold of venues down there. Like, hey, where can we do a show? Mm-hmm. Are you guys even open to do shows? Okay. You know, with the pandemic, everything, everybody's just getting back to being open. Mm-hmm. So it's like we found this spot. It's called can't remember what it's called. Mm-hmm. Found a spot in Cincinnati, and We're gonna throw a show there. Bollock's gonna perform, and that's literally all I can say about that right now because
still haven't figured out the whole deal.
We don't have half of it together yet. We're still looking for a DJ.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the main thing we need. We got to have some kind of sound DJ.
Yeah.
But once we get our DJ, we'll have our openers. Cool. We're looking to get a couple openers from down there, a couple from up here. We're gonna take down there, and hopefully we're just looking to jam out with the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds awesome, bro. You don't gotta figure everything out. Like, get your DJ, get down there, and then go from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, DJ number one.
You gotta have the DJ because you gotta have the sound. But other than that, like, hey, let's go. Because the thing is, you guys want to go and jam out and have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then your demographic. So you kind of figured out that there's a bunch of fans over there, so that listen to your music.
What it is we sent out an email to sign up for our fan club. Mm-hmm. And everybody that sends us an email back, it shows you a little dot on the map of where you're from.
Yeah.
Well, we're starting to get a bunch of little dots down in the Cincinnati area, and it kind of seems like maybe that's where we should go try something out. We ain't been there in a while.
Yeah, for sure. That's smart, bro. That's really smart. You know, when I do these TikTok videos, right?
Okay.
And then when you get on there, I can look at and analyze like where people watching me. You know, where most of the people that watch me from California, and then after that Houston, Texas, and then Toledo.
Right, yeah.
So most of the people that watch my content is probably because I'm Latino. You know what I mean? And they're probably like, "What is a Latino doing in Ohio?" And they're probably like, "What the hell?"
See, I'll tell you what. We like you talk about that. Like I said something about the Indianapolis event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we've done shows in Dayton, Cleveland, Detroit, and it's like we if we do our own show here in Toledo, we draw like 85, 120 people.
Yeah.
We do a show outside of Toledo, and we're doing shows in front of like 250 to 1,100 people.
Yeah.
And it's like, I swear, like, all these people say they represent you, and they got your back, but then
they don't show up.
When it comes concert day, they don't show up.
And that's the thing is, like it's so friends and family and like all that kind of stuff. Like I don't expect.
Oh yeah,
I don't expect them because to help me with anything. Like, okay, I like to share everybody's stuff and do that, but not too many people share my stuff.
Oh yeah,
there's a group of people, but other than that,
we started this in '99. I started doing music. I think by 2001 I had this figured out.
yeah, of course, yeah. And then that's why I kind of want to start this podcast. You know, I want to start this podcast because I want to, and I don't want to put it like on Spotify and stuff. I think I am eventually gonna have to, but I want to make it like a local TV show for us to have, so I can have different people on here every week.
Yeah, I can have into it.
Yeah, like a TV show. But I mean, I have it like a local TV show on YouTube where you can just watch it on your TV because YouTube you can watch it. But I want it to be available where so someone could come and sell their product and promote different things in Toledo. I want to promote all kinds of different people. I don't want it to be all about me. I want it to be about you, your product, your music. What's your music name anyways?
Oh, I just go by my last name, Gunn.
Gunn. Okay.
So easy.
Oh yeah. Jeremy Gunn. That's a
sweet you can check us out on YouTube, channel 1837, channel space 1837. That's us. Okay. And you can check us out on our webpage. 1837 is me, IZMEE. Check us out.com. And you can check out all my brother's work, all the work we're putting out, all the samplers that I've got put out for the album I've been working on. And matter of fact, I think I got a handful of autographs. And matter of fact, Yogi, I'm gonna give you one of them. I'm gonna have to give you one of them. But if you want, I'll bring you a second one. And you can give it to, say, like your 20th share on this video.
Okay.
Get 20 shares on this video, and then randomly pick a name and give it out.
All right, yeah.
So I'll give you 2 copies.
I'll do that, or maybe like if a whole bunch of people comment on it or something, I can give it to one of the people.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
yeah. We'll do that this week. Yeah,
I kind of did that in the beginning. I was trying to do like every person bring something, and then I'll give it to the fans.
Right.
But then like,
wish I would have thought of it.
Some people didn't like my third video when I had Jamal the barber on.
Okay.
I told people to comment. I would give them like a free haircut at the barbershop. But then nobody really commented. Like the people stopped commenting.
Jamal is one of the coolest brothers I've ever met in my life, dude.
Yeah, Jamal Grant, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, when our house burnt down, well, our apartment we was living in burnt down back when me and my wife first got together, and we were just boyfriend girlfriend. They set the house on. Somebody set the house next door to us on fire. Caught the house we was living in on fire, and I didn't have no way. I had an interview and I had nothing. And a couple of my boys gave me some clothes, and Jamal gave me a free fucking haircut. He gave me a free haircut to go to my interview, bro, because of what happened. Because Amy had met his friend Alessandra. Are you familiar with her?
No, I don't think so.
But she runs Stars.
Oh yeah.
She's a survivor of human trafficking. And she looks out for them kind of girls and women. But yeah, she's involved with Jamal and stuff. And
okay, yeah, they help the community.
Yeah. But when I met Jamal, man, one of the most down to earth dudes, and
that's crazy.
Like, and he was like, bro, you need your haircut? He was like, come to the shop, I'll give you a fade.
Yeah, and to him that's nothing because he cuts hair all day, every day.
Right.
But to you, it's something so special that years later,
I look crispy. I got to look crispy at my interview instead of looking like this.
How long ago was that? Years ago, before you were married?
Well, my oldest daughter's 11, so it was before her, so it was like 12 years ago now.
12 years ago. That little thing that cost Jamal nothing, right? It cost Jamal nothing to do. Impacted your life so big. In that moment, it was just a little thing, a little interview. But you can bring it. When I said Jamal Grant, that triggered a message. It triggered a memory of something so little to him that he probably forgot about a million years ago, but it had an impact in your life. That goes to show you every single little thing that we do for another person later on in life. At one moment, someone might say Yogi to you. You say, hey, damn, I was on Yogi's podcast. You know what? Because every single little thing we do trickles down. It's like a butterfly effect. No lie about that.
I completely believe in it.
It trickles down and trickles down. As soon as I said Jamal Grant, it triggered that memory. And look at this beautiful story that we just said about Jamal Grant.
Right.
And it cost him nothing, bro. Because life is beautiful, bro. But people don't see that. People don't see that little haircut. Some people are like, nah. There's houses that I clean. Me and my mom have a cleaning business, right? We cleaned for this lady and we cleaned her grandma. And the younger lady had passed away from cancer or something like that. So me and my mom continued to clean her. The lady, the younger lady, she paid for her grandma's cleaning. Her grandma's like 80 or 90. Me and my mom kept cleaning. We keep cleaning the older lady's house for free. We've never charged her again because it's the little things that matter. Her granddaughter passed away, and like, we just feel like that's gonna help us for the future.
Oh yeah,
them little things are like beautiful little things. So do you have anything else? Do you have anything to say about, like, do you want to say anything to the guys that listen to your music, or anybody at the Bass Pro Shop or not Bass Pro Shop?
Oh, Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You work?
That's where I work.
Okay, yeah. Where do you work?
I work at Bass Pro Shops in the fishing department, part-time.
I meant to ask you, what do you do for a living? Because you got all this fun stuff you do. What makes money?
I'm half involved in the music, between the music and hustling the promotions for it. I've managed to get by. I don't want to say make a living, but I've managed to get by for the last, 10, 12 years. And, but no, I started working at Bass Pro Shops 2 years ago. And I worked there part-time, and I absolutely love it, brother. These guys, I busted my knee up just being me, walking down my back steps and slipping. And I busted my knee up, had to get surgery. And any other job I would have had would have fired me because I couldn't go into work for like a week straight.
Yeah.
And all I had was an emergency room doctor's note.
Yeah.
And who can't go get one of them?
Yeah. Anybody would have fired you.
So I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm waiting.
Any factory would have fired you.
I'm waiting a week to get into my, you know what I mean, to my specialist. 10 days goes by. Finally, they call back. I get in. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, I tore something in my knee. I know it.
Mm-hmm.
So they do all the testing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I tore my meniscus pretty bad. I tore it like the shreds. And they took out half of it. And Bass Pro Shops let me come back, like, no questions asked. Take your time off. Excuse me. Take your time off, Jeremy. Rehab. Let us know when you're ready to come back. I'm like, dude, any other job I would have had, I'd been fired. Like, I did this on a weekend. Just what it was we spilled a beer on the back steps, wooden steps, and my steps kind of lean a little bit. And I stepped, and I just 2 steps down, and I caught it, and it just tore.
Damn.
But yeah, dude, they let me come back to work,
awesome.
And I should be eligible for my vacation days here sometime around my birthday in June. So I'm like, I'm looking forward to that too.
That's
but
awesome.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like fishing, like for real.
Yeah, it's like your thing.
Like,
and then you can get a discount too, probably employee discount.
Man.
Like
yeah, I can't say what we get, but yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, we get a good discount.
Yeah, absolutely. My wife works at H&M, and then I get a job there like during Christmas and stuff, and we ended up getting 25% off for just her because she's a manager and she got like certain discounts. But I got it too because I'm her husband. So we did a bunch of like shopping for like the kids and stuff like that. Yeah. And we got a bunch of stuff.
Oh, dude, I did half my Christmas shopping at Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah, it's good to work at retail.
I can't even lie. Like, honestly, if you're into fishing and you know me and you're looking for a job, let me know. I will help you get into Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah.
Bass Pro Shops is hands down the best place I've ever worked in my life. I wouldn't say nada bad about them.
Yeah, and it's beautiful in there.
Oh, dude.
It's like sweet in there.
Think about it. I work in the fishing department. All I do is stock fishing lures and talk fishing all day when I'm there. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, how that's like, it's like your dream. Like, you talk about something that you love, so it ain't like...
It's damn close to my dream.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, the only thing that would make it the dream is like a few bucks more.
Yeah, of course. But I'm saying, like, you know how people always say, find the thing you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Yes, sir.
You know
yes,
what I mean?
sir.
That's all it's about. You find something that you love. So basically, you have this fishing, the Northwest Ohio Bass Club, right? So you love fishing. You've been fishing all your life. So, and then you got your hobbies, you got your music, you got your coaching, you got something you're passionate about. You like to coach, and then you go to work. You can make money on something that you love. You're talking about fishing and all that. It's like, it's awesome. And then eventually maybe you can get into the management at Bass Pro Shop and have a bigger job and stuff like that. You never know. You never know. That could happen.
Could happen.
It could happen. You never know. Like, because the thing is, you might you could always do your job so good that the main boss say, "Hey, I got a better position for you. I see how you talk about fishing. You can go talk about fishing to people at Bass Pro Shop all around the world. You never know, bro. Things happen. Crazy stuff happens.
Oh yeah.
So I dream. I like to dream big. What is your biggest dream for you? What is the biggest dream for? What is your I don't know. Tell me something.
My biggest dream would be able to afford somehow, whether it be through sponsorships or my own behalf, to somehow make my way into the Bassmaster Classic and place in the top 30.
Okay.
That would be my dream.
And where is that at? Here, around here?
No, every year they change it.
Oh, okay.
It's different spot every year, but they do it down south because of the bigger fish. You know what I mean? They grow
Is that
year
like the
round.
Super Bowl of?
Yeah, that's like our Super Bowl. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. I don't know the whole lingo.
Oh yeah, that would.
I looked up a little bit
And
about it.
like I said, winning wouldn't even be the dream.
Yeah,
Just placing in the top 30. That's the dream.
That's pretty cool. So that
To get you know what I mean? To get a $25,000 plus check for just fishing.
So that in the top 30, you get that much?
I think you get a little more than that, but yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So how does one even get into something like that? Like, do you have to like go up in the ranks or something? How does that work?
You actually don't. I mean, if you've got the money, you literally just buy your way in. Yes.
Oh.
But like as for like you or I, our way would be to get into a club that is affiliated, which like I told you, my club's on the verge of. And but no, to get into a club that's affiliated and then qualify for one of the bigger events. Which it's crazy because like I got friends, Craig Burwell, James Siebert, these guys fish the NPFL, National Professional Fishing League, and they fish $4,000 buy-ins, but it's a $125,000 payday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You win that?
Yeah, you're good.
You good for the year.
Yeah. You can like relax and fish for the rest of the year. All right, so we're back from using the bathroom. This is the first podcast that he needed to use the bathroom, I need to use the bathroom. Thank you for coming on, Jeremy. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
So you got the Northwest Ohio Bass Club, right?
Yes, sir.
You do coaching, you work at Bass Pro Shop, and you do music. Like, when do you have time to sleep?
Yeah, that's the thing me and my wife are dealing with right now is seems like that's all I have time for when I get home.
Yeah.
Is to sleep. But my wife's been the most supportive person in my life for the last 12 years that we've known each other. Well, known each other a little longer than that, but we've been together the last 12 years.
Okay.
And she's been the most supportive person. If we go out of town, if we got a concert that we want to do out of town, hey, can we go open up for so-and-so out here? She's like the first one to start booking the hotel room.
Oh, okay.
She's like...
What's your wife's name?
Amy.
Amy.
Amy Yates Gunn.
Hi, Amy.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, that's awesome. We got to show her some love too, man.
Absolutely.
She's been there with you through thick and thin, I'm sure. You know what I mean?
Man, if there was no her, there'd be no me.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. So she's always been to support all your crazy little adventures and all that?
Well, she was actually at our first concert we ever threw.
Okay.
Back in the day, in my mom's backyard. Mom and Dad was supposed to be leaving for the weekend, so we kind of set up this improv concert we was gonna throw in the backyard.
Okay.
And we kind of threw a concert. We had probably about 50 people show up, you know, outside of the performers. And I think we charged like $3 at the door. And we all made a few bucks, you know. Yeah. We sold some CDs. We got to do our music and stuff. And she was one of the people that came. But she's been in and out of my life as a little person because her mother was my mother's best friend for years. So we kind of knew of each other.
Oh, okay. And then that's how everything ever started ever since that first concert.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you a little bit. You said that your knee, right? And then I seen a post. You said your knee's you had a bad knee. That's why you haven't been working out and all that. I've been trying to work out and get people motivated to work out. When are you going to start working out and get motivated to do that?
I actually started working out.
Because you've always been in sports, so you know what to do.
Yeah, well, I injured my knee 7-8 years ago. And I tore everything in it. Shattered my kneecap playing flag football. And I kind of like, I retired from flag football, did all that. And then it was like, how do you rehab your how do you really rehab your knee? And I worked on this leg so long from hurting it that I let this one go and had to go get surgery on this one. And then After this one got done, I thought I felt good and went and played a season. So I had to get another surgery on this one.
Damn.
But I mean, when you got a support system like I have at home, like, it's unbelievable. Like, she's had my back through everything and through the knee surgeries.
So you did get back to working out though?
Oh yeah. I finally got back to working out about 3 weeks ago. My wife, for Christmas, my wife bought me some dumbbells.
Okay.
With, you know what I mean, adjustable weights. So I do my bench pressing at home. I do my curls at home. I do my squats at home. I do my liftovers at home.
Okay.
And then with coaching the boys at the school, I use the school when we try to set up groups of the same strength kids. You know what I mean? Like some of the strengths, so we're not messing with the weights so often.
Okay.
And when the bigger boys come around my way, like we usually get 2 or 3 groups in a row with the stronger boys. I'll go around and hit the other stations by myself just to get my workout in.
Yeah. And not only that, but you want to set a good example for these young men.
That's the exact thing I want. Yes, absolutely. Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to do, is to show them that, I'm working with you, brothers. You know what I mean? Like, call me your uncle. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to work with you.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to work with you.
Yeah. Because I feel like if your coach that's not actually, like, I don't know, I don't want to be judgmental because there's coaches, all different coaches, but you gotta, like, at least try to be a little bit fitter and give them an example, like a physical example of them seeing you at least trying. At least trying. Don't just be there yelling at them and then you're not actually doing anything with your life to better your life. I want us as men, as coaches, as just regular people to start doing better for ourselves so we can show these younger generations, not just tell them, show them you can be better.
It starts inside, absolutely.
Yeah, like we gotta do it ourselves. That's why I'm on this mission. I don't even know what mission I'm on, Jeremy. I don't have the whole clue yet, but I know I'm on this mission to try to be healthier and spread the word of try to be healthier for all of us. Because if you look at it, bro, at the end of the day, 5 years from now or 10 years from now, is it going to be sustainable? Like if we do exactly what we're doing, I'm not saying just you, or I'm just saying in regular, everybody out here, if you keep doing the same thing you're doing, are you going to keep getting better or are you going to keep getting worse? I'm trying to think about it.
Right.
Yeah, like right now, the way I'm living, I think I'm going to keep getting better. But the way I was living 8 months ago, if I would have kept going, I think I was going to get worse. I was getting sicker and sicker. I was getting bigger and bigger. I was inflamed. I was eating so bad. I had to stop. And like switch my life.
I put on 30 pounds since COVID.
Yeah, COVID messed everything up, bro.
I used to walk around about 170, 175. Now I'm pushing 205.
Yeah, because the thing is, COVID messed everybody up, and it not only that, mentally too. There's people that still don't want to talk to people. There's still people that are nervous around people.
Our kids missed 2 whole years of crucial interaction with other kids.
Yeah,
like the whole friendship, and the idea of a rivalry. These kids have all obstructed.
Yeah,
their view is obstructed of this now because they didn't have this public interaction that they should be getting. That's healthy for us.
Yeah,
like I said, my kids, I don't know how they passed our kids. Like, because I don't know how they truly graded our kids while they were doing this video schooling.
Yeah. I think it was just past everybody.
Yeah, and now my oldest daughter's dealing with a little issues in a couple subjects, and it's like, I know where it's from. It's from the 2 years of not being in school and not getting that one-on-one interaction with your teacher, and not getting the you know what I mean, the 20+1 interaction with your co-students or colleagues.
There was a professor on some kind of podcast, I can't remember, but he said that by kids missing 2 years of school in a row, that's gonna back us up like 10 years. Like,
I wouldn't doubt it.
There's so much things that kids, like, there's like little kids, like 7, 8-year-olds, they miss so much of like so much stuff, that crucial moments that they needed to learn this, and now they're learning it 2 years later. That right there is gonna back up so much progress that we had going for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And socially too. There's kids that you go to talk to them, they can't even have a conversation. They just want to just like, they don't want to talk. That's another reason why I wanted to start this podcast, so I can have people like you and a different person here every week, so we can show a lot of these kids and a lot of these grown people that you can come on here, we can have a conversation, and we can open this dialogue. Like, I want you on again. We can come on. I got to do this podcast every week for the rest of my life, or till whenever I'm done with it. You know what I mean? But I want to do it every week for the rest of my life. So I need people to be able to come and just sit here. Eventually, I'm going to do it in my garage. That's why I call it Big Yogi'Z Garage. Eventually, I want to do like a little studio somewhere in my garage or something, or maybe even something like that. And then I can just, hey, Jeremy, I come on this Friday or whatever, and have some beers. Let's just talk about whatever. Even if we sit down and we talk about a news story here in Toledo.
Right.
About something going on, maybe something happened, like a murder or something, and we have like an insight on it, or we don't got to tell people what to do. We can have our opinions, but it doesn't matter. Nobody has to even listen to what we're saying. Like, nobody has to. People think that, like, I'll have people on and I ask them, what do you think? What do you think? What do you recommend to tell a kid or whatever? But some people don't want to recommend it because they don't want people to think that they're trying to tell them what to do. But on this podcast, I don't want nobody to feel like we're not telling people what to do. We're just having a conversation between me and you.
Yeah.
And then that camera is there, but that camera is just something that we don't even got to worry about, because I want it to be more of a conversation, so I can get to know you. You can get to know me. There's things that I found out about you that I've never knew before ever. And I'm sure vice versa. Yeah. You probably found out that I have this little cleaning business or whatever, and then I started with my mom. Like, there's things that we need to learn about each other so we can get to know each other. And then somebody could be watching and be like, hey man, that dude Jeremy's cool, he does the music, he does this. Hey, that dude, people that know you that have no idea who the hell I am, be like, oh, cool, Yogi has a podcast. And then they can probably hit me up, hey, I want to talk about this or their business.
They got something going on.
So that's why I want to do this. Because a lot of people aren't having communication no more. Right? Do you feel like what do you think about that?
I mean, social media has completely ruined a whole generation.
Okay.
I mean, to be able to talk, like, the way I see it, like, people have been, like you said, we've been less communicating with each other, like, face to face. So the last couple of years, you know what I mean, the whole Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, these things have been monstrous. Yeah. Monstrous. And it's like, these kids think that just because they see a 15-second video that this is the way that whole person's world works. Yeah. And we're not in touch human to human, and things aren't real anymore.
Yeah. You know how they say that they're scared that the computers are going to take over?
Right.
Yeah, but guess what? I think it's the opposite. I think we are becoming the computers.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, we are becoming the computer. Like, people are wearing like the smart watch and the smart belt and the smartphone and smart glasses and the earbuds. I think eventually we're just going to put like a robot thing on, and we're just going to...
The whole thing in the 80s was, they're going to put a chip in your body. They're going to put a chip in your body.
We have a chip.
Let me tell you, they didn't put it in your body.
They put it in our pocket.
Walk around with it.
Yeah. They put a chip in our hands, in our pocket.
And you willingly walk around with it.
Yeah. Like, I get it with the social media and all that, but man, the thing is, I take advantage of every situation. Like if it wasn't for like, I believe that there's two different versions of social media, right?
Yeah.
I believe that there's an absorber of social media, the person that watches social media all day, every day, and then I believe there's the people that use it for business wise, for something like how you might use social media for your bass club, for your music, and for that's positive social media because you're just like a creator of social media. I believe that's a positive thing of social media because there's 7 or 8 billion people in the world that you have access to. It's not just people here in Toledo. So that's the positive part of social media. I understand the people break up relationships but that's because people are just crazy because people are crazy. But if you take I believe that if you take social media for a business version or to promote something like this podcast, my cleaning business, or maybe the motivational stuff I do because I want to like get people to work out and eat healthier and stuff like that. If you become a creator of social media and not absorber, you can you kind of all flip the switch on social media. And I don't even watch social media that much. I'm not absorbing social media because I have to do my real life and then post a couple videos here and there. So my social media thing that I do it's just creating social media, and that's the way I look at it, as like a positive way, because I'm the type of person that I don't try to look at any situation in a negative way, because I know that negative thoughts creates negative things. And I believe as long as we look at every single thing in a positive way, it don't matter if someone stole something from you. You can say, well, maybe they needed it more. You can, like, even though you know that they didn't need it more, they just stole it from you. You can almost just like brainwash your way to saying, they needed it more, so you can look at it a positive way, so you don't drive yourself almost crazy for every little thing that goes wrong in your life. Yeah, that's that's something I learned though, man. I learned that from like going to prison. When I went to prison, I didn't know much of shit, Jeremy. I thought I knew a lot of shit, but when you go in there, you get humbled real quick. And I did 3 years, right? But I didn't know anything about that shit. And then little by little, I start like watching people, how people move, learning, and then little by little I start learning, like I start like kind of almost like meditating, learning about myself, what makes me mad, why does that irritate me, why am I getting mad for that, like I shouldn't get mad, like calm down, like I have no control. In prison you have no control, so if the CO's yelling at you, your blood starts boiling, but you have nothing. You have to swallow it, take it in. It gives you like almost like a peace. Like they can just grab you. The CO can grab you, throw you against the wall, handcuff you, put you in the hole. You just be like, you guys gotta go with it, because if you fight them, it's just gonna be a worse situation. So I started trying to like control my emotions. I know that emotions, like maybe your wife yells at you, and it triggers like you gotta yell at her right back. No, you don't have to. If you can control your emotion, say, hey, babe, let's not yell at each other. Let's just, okay, what happened? I didn't do the dishes. Okay, let's do the dishes. Like, if we live a more calmer life and try to get our emotions, really controls a lot of what we do. Like when we get mad, angry, all that, there's people, bro, that for one little emotion kill somebody and ruin their whole lives forever. And then they wake up the next day and they're like, damn. Fuck, I was just mad. Like, I just got a little bit mad and I just ruined my whole life.
Oh, I've ruined whole weekends real quick.
It was just like an emotional.
Friday night, make a quick split decision and wake up in the county Monday morning.
Yes, sir. And I've been there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Them are the worst weekends because you're stuck in the bullpen all weekend.
Hey, Jeremy, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Hey, brother, appreciate you.
Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for coaching these kids. If you ever, like, when you get to know these kids a little bit more, and some of them like want to come on my podcast, like we can even have them, like we can show them that social media. You can explain to them a little bit, like social media is not that bad, because if you're in football, you want to get your name going, right?
Absolutely.
So you need to explain to them social media in a creative way. It's good for their their brand. Face, for their brand. And then if some of them that you see that they really want to do the social media, say, hey, I got a friend named Yogi. He has a podcast. They can come on. I can talk to them about. I wouldn't put them in a bad situation or anything. I'll talk to them about how they started football, like those things. Like, you know, how did you become a running back? How did you become this and that? And that's the kind of stuff that I want to promote. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So thank you very much, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And then we'll have you back. All right.
All right, man.
All right, guys.
Shout out Toledo.
See you guys later. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. See you next week.